everyone, today I'm doing a fall makeup tutorial using all e.l.f. products. A lot of you have requested some fall makeup tutorials, so this one is going to be very natural and great for everyday wear. This is something that I could easily wear to work or just out for a daily basis, but still very appropriate for fall. A lot of these things are products that I have known and loved for a very long time and use on a daily basis, and then some of these are brand new things that I just picked up for this video and I'm trying them for the first time in this video, so you'll get to see a little bit of everything. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm first starting out with the e.l.f. BB Cream and my favorite flawless foundation brush that they make. I love this foundation brush so much for just blending out foundation or BB cream or whatever you like to use. This BB cream has a really interesting texture. It dries really fast. You have to work in sections and work really quickly, but it's good because it actually will help keep your face matte longer. I think it has pretty good coverage for being a BB cream, and it also has SPF 20, so this is great for the summertime months when you don't want to wear a lot of makeup and it's not too heavy, which is great. So now for concealer, I'm first going to use the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer, and I'm just going to use this on my face just to spot conceal. This is pretty dark and it's actually the lightest shade that they make, which is really unfortunate because this is not going to work if you have really fair skin. Then I'm just using the under eye conceal and highlighter. I'm first applying the concealer shade and I'm blending that out using the same foundation brush, and this has pretty good coverage. It's not a full coverage, but it's probably a light to medium coverage, but it does a good job at brightening up under the eyes, especially with the other side, which is more of a shimmery white color, which is great for highlighting. This does have some glitter in it though, so I wouldn't be wearing this if you are using flash photography or something, but it works pretty good at just brightening up that under eye area. Now I'm using the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD Setting Powder, which is my favorite setting powder I use every single day, and I'm just using an e.l.f. face kabuki to apply this mostly around my eyes to keep that concealer from creasing and all around my face. Now for contouring, I'm using the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder in their new contouring brush, and I'm just going to be applying that contour shade right to the hollows of my cheekbones. This is not my favorite contour shade from them, it's just what I had on hand. I know they have a new contour palette which contains matte shades and there's different shades in there. That probably is a lot better. This is a little bit muddy and dark for me, but it worked fine once I blended it out some more. I just definitely needed that face kabuki over top of it to make sure everything was blended. I also took this up into my hairline, which is a little bit difficult with this brush. I would recommend using something a little bit more fluffy. Now I'm using my e.l.f. Cream Blush Palette and the e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush. I love this cream blush palette so much. I'm just taking the mauve color and I'm applying that all over my cheekbones. It just blends out so flawlessly with this brush. For highlighter, I'm using the e.l.f. Illuminate palette, and for the brush, I'm taking the e.l.f. Angled Contour Brush, and I actually like to use this as a highlighter brush. I also like to use it on my eyes too. I'm just highlighting the tops of my cheekbones with that white kind of beigey champagne color. Then for brows, I'm using the e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift Pencil. This is actually a new product for me and I actually really liked it. It has a retractable tip on it, which is nice because it's practically never dull. It's very fine and it creates really nice natural hairs. This is just in like a dark brown color. It matched my hair pretty well. It didn't have any red tint to it, but it did a pretty good job, and I'm definitely going to be using this every day. Then I'm just setting my brows with some brow gel. I didn't have the e.l.f. one on hand, but I have used the e.l.f. brow gel before and I really like it. Now I'm taking the e.l.f. Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer, which is just their really cheap eyeshadow primer. I thought this did a pretty good job. I had on my shadow for about half a day and it did well. This did have a little bit of shimmer to it, so just keep that in mind. For eyeshadow, I'm using their Clay Shadow palettes, and this is in the shade Saturday Sunsets, and I'm first taking that pinky mauve color and I'm applying that all over my lid using a flat shader brush. Now using their crease brush, I'm actually picking up the kind of medium transition shade. This is a medium brown. It works great in the crease, and I'm just blending that all throughout. It looks a little bit intense right now, but we're going to tone it down in just a second. Now I'm going back to the brush I was using for my highlighter, and I'm just picking up that brow bone color and I'm going all throughout my brow bone. This is going to help tone down the crease a little bit so it's not so bright. And then I just kind of go back and forth between this shade and the crease color to get the desired crease intensity that I want. Now I'm taking a flat definer brush. I'm actually using that shimmery dark purple color. It's almost brown looking, and I'm just applying this as liner for my lower lash line. It kind of gives a nice smudgy look. This isn't an e.l.f. brush, but I will be sure to have e.l.f. dupes for all these brushes on the blog post that goes with this video for you to check out. Then I'm just taking the gold shade from the palette and applying a little bit to the outer portion of my lids. Now just going back to the brow bone shade, I'm applying a little bit of that to my inner corners to brighten things up. For liner, I'm using the e.l.f. Intense Ink Eyeliner, which I love this eyeliner so much. You guys have heard me talk about this in other videos. I had the navy one and I always complained that it kind of stained my lids, but I tried the black one finally and it was excellent. It does not stain my lids at all. I don't know what it is about the blue color, but the black one is flawless and it's so easy to use. It has a really long, fine tip that is stiff enough to where you're not going to mess up, but it also has enough give to where you can create a really nice wing, and it can be super sharp too. Now I'm just curling my lashes. And then I'm using the e.l.f. 3-in-1 mascara that's supposed to lengthen, define, and provide volume. I like this one a lot because it has a little spiky ball at the end, which is great for getting those inner corners and the lower lashes. For lipstick, I'm using the e.l.f. Moisturizing Lipstick in Marsala Blush, and this is one of my all-time favorite lip colors because it's just so pretty and just goes with so many different looks. No matter what skin tone you have, I think this is a great natural nude mauve color, perfect for fall, and goes great with this type of look on the eyes. And that is it. So that's it for this fall makeup tutorial featuring all e.l.f. products. Definitely let me know if you enjoyed this, and if you have any e.l.f. products you would like to recommend, definitely tell me in the comments down below. I'll have all of these linked on the blog post that goes with this video where you can buy them, and I'll have discount codes and anything like that that is associated with e.l.f. in the description box below if you want to check it out. I do still have the giveaway going on, so the link for that will be in the description box down below. I'm going to have another one very soon featuring tons of e.l.f. products, so stay tuned for that. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Bye everyone. Hey everybody, today I have another unboxing for you guys. I'm actually doing one on the FabFitFun box, which is actually one of my favorites. This is a seasonal subscription, so this is for the fall season.